push the other guy out of the way that's been sitting there. Can't get out of bed because
there's a guy sitting in my bed.
Come on, Keith, time to lay down.
Do you believe in PTSD?
I don't know what it is, but sure.
The post-traumatic stress disorder? That's another
yeah. That's definitely 100%.
Oh, you believe that? Yeah. Most people who don't believe in like ADHD or ADD will snuff at
all right,
PTSD.
Did somebody say snuff?
I don't believe in snuff films. They're just an urban rumor, legend, whatever you call them. Here's what it is. I don't think that... It's not that I don't believe in ADD. I think that too many people...
It's overdiagnosed.
...blame ADD for things that aren't ADD. And too many things blame OCD on things that aren't OCD.
So you do believe in ADD, though?
Yeah, I guess I do. I was probably overstating it. I was being a shock jock.
We got you.
Hey, Chris, can you ADD, by the way?
You know me.
4 + 3.
I don't even know what that means.
Texas T.
You can't ADD?
What are you guys talking about?
Add.
I just said Texas T because it rhymed.
Add ADD 4 + 3.
OCD.
Yeah, you know me.
So what's your worst OCD? What is, Keith? What is it?
Now,
like if
it
you're
was a lot
alone.
worse when I was younger, but I need to
masturbate.
Yes, frequently. I need to clear things. Let me explain what I mean by clearing things.
Excuse me. Let me sit my mic off and just enjoy this.
I need to. All right. It's a lot about areas. I need to clear an area. Like I need to if I go into the area where my stairs are, sometimes I feel the need to step back completely out of the area and go back into it to go upstairs.
Yeah, that's
or
OCD.
Something horrendously bad will happen to me and my family. That's always the basis of it. Is something horrible will happen to me and my family if I don't do that.
So you have to clear a space and then walk through it?
It's not every time, but it happens a lot. It happens a lot when I'm going to sleep. I can't go to sleep comfortably without doing certain things. Like it's not always the same either. It's whatever happens to hit me at that time.
Can I let you know? Nothing's going to happen. You're fine.
Like,
don't worry about it.
Like cleaning the fridge, cleaning the kitchen. Like
nothing with cleaning. See that thing? That's what made me question whether it was really OCD. Because the people with OCD always talk about washing their hands and like rational thing. Like all right, not rational, but an irrational
something
attitude towards something that based in reality.
Exactly.
Right.
No,
like my hands are dirty. I need to clean them. I have no problems with that. I don't bathe.
David Sedaris has got
didn't work.
OCD. There was like a little short story or essay that he had as a kid where he just had to, he was going through what's in the head of a person who suffers from it, and he just saw like a light switch, and he had to go lick it. There was no logic or reason behind it.
See, that's
it was
extreme. Nothing like that has
He
ever
was
happened
overwhelmed
to me.
with the compulsion to go.
I have problems
lick
with
the
symmetry,
light.
though. I need things to balance out.
Like a candelabra on the wall.
There's times where if I pick something up and my hand touches the table, I have to touch it with the other one.
Whoa.
For a good 6 months, the Dan Marino picture that was on the wall next to you used to bother you because it was crooked, and I used to make it crooked every week for you just to drive you a little bit insane. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but that didn't bother me in the same way.
It's still
I guess
a little crooked.
it's sort of the same way it did, but it's more like
I had no idea that it was that extreme for you. I had no idea that you really thought you had OCD.
Me neither. You don't show it out in public.
You know what I call that? Like stuff like that. What I always say is like, hey, you get some quirks about you. A little quirky.
Well, I think that's what OCD used to be called. Oh, he's a quirky fella, but he's good people.
But
but you're talking about your family dying. That's not
the
quirky.
extreme. That's
a little
extreme.
bit more than
That's what I was
quirky.
going to say. The extremes that you're going through for it are ridiculous. It's like, don't step on a crack, you'll break your mother's back. I mean, how stupid is that?
Oh my God! When I was just a childhood memory, walking down the block with my mother when she made me mad, saying, "Oh, don't step on a crack, break your mother's back." I started jumping on a crack in front of her.
That's so sweet.
That's one of my earliest childhood memories.
See, you made me the way I am. You're a horrible child.
I learned it by watching you, Dad. I'm somewhat obsessive about cleaning certain things, and not sloppiness, just dirtiness. You know, we've talked in the past about like my bathroom issues, but it's not an obsessive compulsive thing. It's just like I want things to be clean. Like Keith says, it's an irrational thought, an irrational way of dealing with something that's actually something valid. But if I don't get to clean a toilet before I get to sit on it, I gotta go. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go.
You're gonna sit
there's not gonna, my grandma's not gonna, fall out of a wheelchair or something. Well, not that she's in one anyway.
But you'll feel dirty if you don't shower after you poop, right?
Oh yeah, well, that's disgusting though.
Oh, you have to shower
He has
immediately.
to shower after he
two-
poops every time.
Really?
If I'm at home,
You will do it.
If I'm at home, if I'm at work, or if I'm someplace else, I always carry wet ones with me to make sure that my hindquarter essentially has been showered.
thought you would just put your butt into a sink.
No, I can't do that. That's kind of gross.
I have problems with the number 3 too.
Really?
I have terrible problems with.
Well, what's your biggest thing about with it? What's your biggest thing about it?
If I take, you know those towels, paper towels,
That's
like
not that's logical. What's
those paper towels
totally rational.
I can't think
Come
of
on.
anything.
No. The funnier part will be when I explain why. I have you know, this like paper towel dispenser that you take this small, so you take a bunch of them. Like if I take 3 of those, I have to take a 4th one. It's not even an issue. I have to take a 4th one. I'm destroying trees with my OCD, and the reason is, and that's something that dates back to me being a child because I had 4 family members, and the number 3 associated.
See, this is
the number 3 I associated with somebody in my family dying. I'm not even joking. I'm not doing this to be like
the whole it's the whole diagnosis and like doing this, the whole well, Freud said aspect of it is part of the reason why I hate the whole concept of the OCD, ADD, ADHD, PTMS, LMO, NOP stuff.
I hate the PTA.
Honestly, the Harper Valley one's pretty good though. But yeah, I'm not.
What's your favorite PTA?
I don't understand how you've gotten so far into it. If you've gotten so far into it that you know it's because there need to be 4 people in your family and you hate there
And
being
it should
3
disappear.
then exactly you've disproven it. You know where the
still there,
stupidness comes from. Then stop being
And like
stupid.
I said, I've gotten better. And you know what? The reason I don't think. The reason I've thought in the past that it's not OCD is because I've been able to, at extended periods of time, say, this is ridiculous, nothing's going to happen, and put it out of my head, and it sort of goes away. But then it comes back.
I think that's what might suggest that it is OCD. That you realize that it's irrational, and yet you still have no control over it.
I guess.
After the show, will you eat 3 potato chips? Or on the show, could you eat 3 things?
Why don't you just shoot my dad?
I might as well, right? Because you know that's what's going to happen. No, but could you do 3 things, or like when
I can.
when you consciously
it bothers me, but it goes away.
when you consciously focus on the fact that it is 3 things, then it bums you out. Like you if you're not consciously focused on it, you can do 3.
Oh yeah, I won't even notice then. Yeah.
But obviously, if you do know about it, you have to make a point to make it 4 or 5.
Why do you think I was so quick to get Fred on the show? Once we booked Brian in, it was out of the question.
Oh, I thought that was me.
Thanks for nothing, Keith. Well, I don't have any quirks that bad, but when I was younger, I used to rock myself to sleep. It was the weirdest thing, and up till like I was 15 or 16.
Wait. You can't just gloss over the explanation.
Just so we understand, you tried to slip something in while Brian and I were having a private conversation, and we missed it. What was that now?
He used to rock himself to sleep.
When?
I was 15 or 16 years old. Up until then.
But explain how you rock yourself to sleep.
Oh, God. So I would lay on my side.
He would play the Stray Cats on headphones right before going to sleep. Rocking myself to sleep.
I would lay on my side and just rock my head back and forth like this.
I tap. I use my feet. I tap myself. I still do it.
Really?
Tap. I'll eventually go to sleep.
I got to be honest. The visual of watching you rock back and forth may have been the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that at the South Beach Psychiatric Center when going to visit friends that were there for rehab issues.
I look like a mental patient, and it was to the point where I was starting to get girlfriends and stuff, and I would sleep over people's houses.
No, you weren't. Nobody that rocks themselves to sleep is getting girlfriends.
I had to make myself stop so I would rock myself to sleep. Oh my God. It was embarrassing.
Man, that's a really awkward thing.
It's
It's like the kid. There was a kid that I went to school with that had a brain tumor that had to rock in his chair. He had to rock in his chair while he was at school, and that's kind of what that reminds me of. It's a real creepy thing.
See, I just did it. Not to take away from your story, but my hand got wet.
Yeah, I don't care about you. I'm rocking. Look at me. I had 3 sips of a drink, and I had to have a 4th.
My hand got wet from picking it up, so I had to put the other hand on it. Now I'm noticing things like crazy, so I'm going to stop.
See, I think it goes.
Sorry, Johnny Rocket. Go ahead.
It goes into the whole synesthesia thing too. Like I don't buy into that stuff.
I don't watch those kind of movies. Sins of Asia 1, Sins of Asia 2. I've seen the one.
That's awesome. I've seen 1, liked it, but I couldn't stop watching 2 or 3.
After 2, it was the same thing after a while, you know.
Well, but when they go 3D in part 3, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know. That guy almost took my eye out.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm really confused by your rocking. I honestly always thought that I was the most dysfunctional dude that hung out in this room, and I think I'm probably the most normal.
I think I was the most hyper child.